meeting to order, Drainage Board meeting on March 25th, 2025. We just go right off the agenda, right, Mary?
Yep.
Fearless Printing, 32.
Opening the minutes.
Approval of the minutes.
You want to do
Sorry.
225 first?
Approval of the minutes for February 25th. There was no meeting, correct?
No, there wasn't a
No,
meeting.
There wasn't.
25th there was.
We're approving them now because there was no meeting the 11th.
Move we approve the minutes from
I'll second.
February 25th.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
Kenny, do you approve?
Okay, approval of the minutes for March 11th, 2025.
We already saw it, it's canceled.
Yeah. Move we approve the minutes from the March 11th meeting that was canceled because of no business.
I'll second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed? All right, now we're moving on to claims.
You just want to read the first one by itself, though.
Fearless Printing, $32. Office supplies, funds got $230.52 in it. We have to make a motion.
I would make a motion, we approve the Peerless claim.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the next one is Cook Excavating, Kenny Cates to abstain. The fund's got $155,948.54 in the fund. And this is for Cook Excavating Pipe Creek for $1,760 for $2,220 and for $1,200 even.
What was that for?
It's north and south of the Cardinal Greenway. We pulled trees out of the ditch on both sides, different property owners.
Okay.
Raymond, what area was those in?
Out by the gravel pit by the Cardinal Greenway. At Glessner on the south side of the Greenway, and then forget the name of the individual on the north side of the railroad.
Okay.
Claim it might put name for them.
Thank you.
On the claim. Richard. Claim.
Oh,
It might have, because he's got a name on him.
This is Richland. 700 West.
Should have a property
this
owner
just
name.
says Richland Township.
700 West.
It says Richland Township on it.
Okay, Glessner was one of them, and I forget the name of the one.
Baker Farm,
That's one I
and yeah, Glessner Farm. 2 was Baker Farm, and 1 was Glessner Farm.
Okay.
Who's the Baker Farm?
It's on the north side of the railroad. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I didn't. Okay.
Probably Mr. Baker.
Well, maybe it might be Mrs. Baker. The only Baker I know, neither one of them alive now, so. Paul Baker and his wife, that's been years ago. So that's not our territory, right?
No, not if they're down towards you.
Move we pay these 3 claims.
Yeah. Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
And
Now we're moving on to old business. Little Crane Pond, approval for resolution.
I think we're gonna table that.
Okay.
We did find the legal description for the west branch of Little Crane Pond, and it goes up the grass.
Okay.
And she's still waiting on the attorney though. Kyle, I think. Are we still waiting to talk to Kyle?
Yes, we're, Kyle's trying to get a meeting together with the city, meeting Pat.
He's leaving today. Okay, so we just table it and we're good?
For now, yeah.
Okay, the spray program.
Chad Baker got the list that I sent him. I showed you guys the one list of it, what, 2 meetings ago?
Yeah.
We approved it on the 25th.
Agreed to run with what I was thinking.
Yeah.
This is a map showing all the different ditches that we are spraying in the county. I think there's 25 of them now
Yeah, we
in different locations. His price will be in the same price range as what it has been, so if you guys, how you want to address approving him, if you want to go ahead and do it so it keeps going.
We need to see it first.
Did we approve that on the 25th?
Yep.
We had
Yeah, I thought we did.
a list, but I don't know if we had a definite price per foot.
Okay, we just approved the list.
Yeah, we were, the
Okay.
footage,
Then we still don't have a price.
We still don't have the price.
right,
So we got to just table this too?
yeah, until he brings it,
Yeah, just in case.
or sends it. I could send it to you gentlemen when I get it, and could pre-approve it out of a meeting or not, I don't know there. Because it'll be close to him.
So how soon does he start?
I would think May, isn't it, when he started last
Oh, we're
year?
pretty close.
I mean, it's all relative to the weather.
Well, surely he'll get you one by the next meeting.
Yeah.
We're talking, we're talking 2 weeks.
Okay, Richard Cox
So,
made
but
a
if you
motion.
send it to
2
us,
weeks is April.
we can have our questions out of the way, so that there won't be any questions at the next board.
Okay, just send it to you.
We can just approve it.
Yeah, then we
Okay.
just prove it.
This was already voted on at the February 25th meeting. Richard Cox made a motion to accept the recommendation for the 2025 spray program, and the motion was seconded by Gordon Goff, carried 5-0 with 4 in-house votes and Kenny Kate voting WebEx.
Right, but
So
we're,
this is already approved.
right, but we're still waiting on the price per foot.
Correct.
Okay.
The list and the footage was approved, but not the price.
Right,
We didn't have one
right.
yet.
Right, we're
We
waiting on
didn't
the,
award it there, didn't we? To a contractor.
No.
We just approved, I think, the spray.
Okay, because I wasn't sure, because there's only one contractor in the quote, which he's the only one we use. He does a good job.
You were approving the name and the distances, but you had no
now we
price.
gotta wait for the price.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
So, yeah, we'll just table it for now and then maybe we can bring it back with the price.
Yeah.
Get it to us like you
Right.
say.
Next meeting.
Just email us, and then if we have any questions, we can get a hold of you before the meeting.
Okay.
Sounds good.
New business?
Working on jobs. I sent letters out yesterday for Hollis Daughtery to get bids and bring them to the 8th, and April 8th is the next meeting. And April 8th, the next meeting, Mary.
Sounds right.
What?
Next
Is it-
meeting, April 8th?
What about it?
Is that the next
Yeah,
meeting?
yeah.
Okay. We have bids coming in for Hollis Daughtery on that date.
Are you doing bids or quotes? Are they gonna be sealed?
Quotes,
Okay.
bids, quotes.
Same
On
deal.
price.
Yeah, bids have to be sealed and
Yeah.
advertised.
I found that out.
Where's the horse daughter at?
Hollis Daughtery's over by Upland by Dollar Lake, to the east of Upland, between Upland and
Do I put it on the
Blackburn County.
agenda?
Okay. I can't remember where that was.
Yeah, they're everywhere, Gordon. I've got other jobs going through the process, location, and going to be sending them out to contractors. We've got at least 4 for quotes, but I don't want to bring them all to the same meeting. I want them to find out each other's price so they can bid against each other. Just to be blunt, make the money go further.
Yeah, that's what we gotta do. Any other business?
I'd like to bring up the Stobie ditch that we just spent a bunch of money on.
Yeah.
And I talked to him, talked to Mary, Richard and I talked, what we're gonna do. We can't continue to spend drainage funds, general drain improvement on this thing. I don't want to, let's put it that way.
Right.
I'm bringing up what we could do to get it, turn it over to the city.
You don't want it, or have a public hearing.
But you're already taking the sewage.
Some of it, yeah.
Some of it.
But like the Rob
Where's the rest of it
Highland,
going?
same
I don't know,
thing.
that's a good question.
Straight to rural.
We don't know.
In the road.
He's getting more than he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably know more about it than we do.
I do.
He probably does.
Jim, you know, I dug it years ago when I started, you know, I'd have to find them lines and track them and run the cable and go as far as you can go and dig another clean out and track it again. And like I say, that one we just done, we worked on it when Jim was here and finished it up. That's a 15-inch line and it's just field tile and it's only 2-foot sections, right? So even when we put that in there, we had to concrete all around it first before we tried to cut a hole in it so it wouldn't just shatter, you know what I mean? And that's what I say, and that thing goes at an angle. You would never think it would go at an angle like it does. You know what I'm saying? But that thing goes from like,
Who runs that valley?
Yeah.
right, but I'm saying it
Kind of runs
goes,
that low area.
you know what I mean? It goes from like,
Swell.
right there by that little church, the little white church there. I can't think what the street is.
Up to Bethel.
And it goes out of 45 all the way under, I mean, it goes all the way to,
The 33rd?
no, the one back, 32nd or
34.
34th.
The Simmons.
Stobie, it's the road before Stobie, right there, that's where it dumps in.
Isn't Coleman Climate out there too, isn't it?
I mean, it's like really bad
That's a hot
shape.
mess.
And really, the only thing I could really do, and, you know, the utility guys, you know, he's his own separate entity, you know, he could get us a sewer out there. Just don't let the mayor try to get him in the city taxes and you guys just collect the money on it, see?
There was,
If they wouldn't take him in there.
the county did a study once, I can't remember the consultant's name, to get water and sewer out there, but it got shot down. The residents didn't want,
Well, they didn't want to pay city taxes.
yeah.
But if, you know, the entity would do it and they get that sewer out there, I guarantee you they'd hook up.
They don't come free.
Well, no, I ain't saying that, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you could,
Is there not, they're not on maintenance?
We could have a hearing to
So
put
you
them on maintenance, couldn't we?
Need to do that.
well, you really need, yeah, it needs to be, well, no, it's on maintenance, cause I think I'm on
The
that.
Stobie is not,
It
no.
ain't, well, it definitely needs to be on maintenance and,
Rob Tile is, but Stobie's not.
no, it definitely should be on there.
But it's
Well,
really beyond maintenance. It's about got to be reconstructed.
well, no, I mean, I agree with that.
And you're not supposed to
Oh, you're not supposed
put
to fund it.
maintenance on a ditch that's
Junk.
junk, basically. And then you got the health issue. You're running sewer in it. Or the contractor, I mean, is a drainage tile supposed to be a sewer?
How was it built? Because the rock tile was built as a combined sewer before there was a
And I
wastewater
guarantee you
treatment.
that was,
Really?
yeah, and I guarantee you Stobie's there for the Rob. I guarantee it was too, you know what I'm saying?
So it-
That's why it's
if-
field tile and
If you
stuff.
look it up, it may have been built as a combined sewer also. It just
Because
wasn't
everything was
straight to the
combined
river.
way back then until we
Yeah.
started separating, right?
Yeah. Well, the rock was constructed in like 1920 from what Tim Todd
Okay.
looked up, and it was a combined sewer.
Okay. We can study or look into this Stobie and see what it originally was.
So what we gotta do? I mean, we can't continue to think of.
It's out $10,000 a year on it.
Right.
I can figure out what a rate would be if, when the assessment roll's done, what would bring in so much.
And boost it up.
More than they're willing to pay.
Well, yeah, but we don't have no choice. It's like where I'm at, I got that ditch runs behind me too, and I pay for that too. And I'm on city water, and you know what I'm saying?
Are they on city sewer or city water out there, or are they wells?
There might be a couple on city water.
Now, the only ones that really on city water is just that addition right there.
Well, yeah, Colonial.
Colonial Park.
There's
And then a few down that road, but
yeah,
over on this side, there ain't no city water except right there on the main.
yeah, there's city
On
water
Lincoln
in
Boulevard.
Lincoln Boulevard, but there's one or two small extensions, just a couple properties down east
Right.
of Lincoln, but not
I mean,
not more than a couple.
the wells out there have to be questionable compromised with the Stobie not working well.
I don't know, I got pretty good well water out there.
You're at the top of the hill.
I know, I got it at my grandma's house.
Oh.
And Helby just built that well. He said he called it sweet water, is what Mr. Helby.
I just bring it up because, we spent $9,100 the last meeting or whatever, well, and
Yeah.
we can't continue to not get any money in.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree with you.
So,
Be ready for an angry crowd.
you know, I
We're
know,
gonna have a public hearing on it.
See if you can find the study that was done. This was, yeah. It was basically a preliminary engineering report. I can't think of the kid who did that, but the county had him do it. I don't know if it's through the health department or if it's through the
I
drainage.
think it
board.
was when Lawson was the commissioner.
Could be.
Next time, bring that.
It was before I was on the drainage board,
Pretty
or
nice.
right about the time that I came on the drainage board.
When was that?
I don't know. 2000?
2000?
You got some timers.
2000?
I'll look and see if I can find it too. I may have had
Yeah, but if you got to do it, you got to do it.
an earlier copy.
And basically, irregardless, even if you would have to redo it, you're gonna have to have that money built
Yeah.
up to.
One
You know
way or
what I'm
the
saying?
other. I mean, it's expensive.
yeah.
Okay. Watershed history and history on a study.
Yeah, because we jetted 1,500 feet.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a long freeway. That's why we had to set that other thing. That's why I went out to Dave and he gave me the stuff, set it, so I could go farther because we still wasn't
To the
reaching
blockage.
it. Well, you know, them tiles are that big around. You got to remember, they're all level, so they're always half full of sediment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Other clay,
Yeah.
they're probably.
But they're like field, but they ain't like,
There's
they're not vitrified. They're like regular field tiles. They're just 2 foot long.
there's no single joint out there that's not already in 3 pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I say, the way it goes underneath
Yeah.
people's houses and everything, you know?
Yeah.
But till we push it, it's not gonna,
Yes.
as long as
And like I say,
paying it, it's not gonna get anything done.
well, like I say, if we can put a ditch tax there, I'm for it. You know what I'm saying? And we can have public hearing, you
That
know?
would allow you to have.
Well, at least you gotta
some funds
maintain it and then
to
hopefully,
Put the
you know,
Band-Aids on it.
yeah, well, and you could maybe lift it up enough and say, hey, we gotta put this much over here. Cause you might as well hit them with the worst. I just hit them with the easiest and that's not even gonna help you. You know what I'm saying?
I'll need to know where the connection to the city is so we can start to do the assessment roll.
It's right by the,
Unless stuff from the south comes north to it, or from the north comes south to it.
it,
If anything past that connection comes back around,
Get with me when you start
Okay.
looking it up. I can,
I can see it.
I can clip out the map and show you.
well, where it goes, where it drops in is that where the floral shop used to be, where they, you know what I'm saying, right there across from Southeast
That
School.
little greenhouse.
Yeah, that's where the connect is.
that far south.
Yeah, it all flows this way.
Yeah, because it's,
Yeah, it don't flow like you think it
So the
would.
ones north of that greenhouse are already on city sewer?
No,
they may be on
north of it.
on the rest of it.
Yes, on the rest of it, except for maybe a couple of houses when you go on deeper in, and they're on a septic system. Or they're actually on tile too.
Oh, that Clymer Coleman
Yeah,
is the next one to the
Right.
east, or yeah, east.
right. But after like 33rd Street, them city sewer.
Okay, I'll have to get with you and get a map. Or get it. you've given us maps before, but we'll get together and study it more. See what you did, Gordon.
You know, I know it's not gonna be a happy situation, but we can't continue to pour that money
No,
in.
no, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
And you feel sorry for the people,
Yeah,
but
but, yeah, everybody gotta do their sharp.
you can't run Peter's
Because they,
pay Paul.
see, really, they're kind of screwed over there too, because a lot of them couldn't even be able to get a septic system in. Even a mound system, because they got such small lots, you know what I mean?
Well, I guess we talked about
Putting
it.
3 or 4 houses together and put system in.
Oh, and then you'd have to get state involved.
Yeah.
3 or 4 houses, then it'd be way high dollar.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
can't win for losing, can we?
Now, you know, if I put it all in there, Pat, can I get paid for it? I'll run me a new line. But that is, I mean, I have no problem with it. I mean, you know what I mean? We can't keep doing it.
Now, if there's no maintenance on it, you're just spinning it out of the
And it's
general
like saying,
drain and
like you say, it's really one day you got to reconfigure it because you can't run it the way it is, you know?
Yeah.
You can't dig through all them people's properties.
Keep the downstream part open
You
then.
just keep it open. Yeah, well, at least now we can go, you know, now we can go, we got enough where when we go to jet, we can maybe have jet this way or, you know what I mean? We had to go all the way from almost the fire station
Oh my.
all the way to that greenhouse is where it went into the main.
I don't know where you're at, but it sounds like a pretty
Complicated.
complicated deal. And you not got houses that I drive by doesn't look that well off, you know, they're
Oh, no.
gonna complain, but
Well, if there's 100 houses, $50 a house, you got $5,000 to do something with.
Yep.
Well, and then it just keeps stashing, or if we think really that, isn't there a way you can put make it more because you know you gotta replace it?
Oh, you can make it more.
make it a reconstruction.
And there's tile out there now that are getting charged 150 on site. I mean, you can make it that much if those people can handle
But
it.
then people can't pay it.
As I recall, back in whatever, around 2000, they could have had city sewer for $2,000 a piece. Now, I don't know where the other funding was coming from.
Some kind of grant.
Probably had some kind of grant.
There may have been some grant money involved, that for $2,000 a piece, they got shot down.
I can see them having a hard time coming up with $2,000.
yeah.
They're gonna gripe if you charge them 50. They're gonna gripe if you charge them 5, but maybe not. If they're having bad enough septic issues, they might be hankering for an outlet. Some of them.
Can the health department shut them down with the deal? And that would be
I don't
terrible.
know, I don't know if you could do that since that's a county tile and see, and all them houses was designed to have all of them have a septic tank, and then they run into that
Yeah.
tile, you know what I mean? That's how they designed it because,
Yeah, there wasn't no room for fingers then.
right,
They were just gonna tank the main line.
they did that probably because of the VAs, well, I'm guessing they built all them, you know what I mean?
Was the general practice back then.
Right.
And
Oh, yeah. I mean, we still got private lines in the city where one guy built them all and you got 6 to 7 houses.
Connected to one.
yeah.
Okay, well, I stirred the pot.
Well,
You
no.
like to do that, don't you?
No, I just,
And what about that IDEM thing that I got emailed? You heard that?
I emailed her a couple times. She was going on spring break and she'd get back with me. But they want to drill wells back by the ditch, but they don't have access through the property to get to the ditch. And she was wanting me to ask the neighbor on 100 South about coming through his field to get there. I'm like,
There's a lot of trees down and they
if
want to,
the person that owns the property is wanting to do it, shouldn't they supply access to the ditch
I did.
instead of the guy on the other mile coming back?
Wait, do you think you could just drive back there?
Now let Pat read that.
She said
What are they doing?
they've got test wells that they need to be able to
Where they had
access
the dump,
better.
You know what I mean? Where they had the dump at
Yeah,
on 18, they want to drill test holes so they can monitor that ground. But there's a bunch of trees and stuff down on that they need to get out of there so they can get back here.
I asked her about making a path, but she was wanting to clear cut the whole easement. I don't understand why they need 75-foot easement clear cut to monitor a well.
And then it continues.
And then the expense of it,
yeah.
and generally you don't, if a landowner lets the easement grow up in trees, you'll go in there and make a path to dig the ditch, but you don't necessarily clean the whole 75 foot if not needed. So conversation was started and will continue, and I'm anxious. She's going on.
And they're on our ditch?
Yeah, Monroe ditch, right behind the dump or behind the asphalt company out there.
Okay.
We went through there last year or 2 years ago with Squeak and pulled out some log jams, and dredging wasn't necessary because there's so much fall down through there, but she mentioned dredging it too, so.
Are they gonna pay for it?
No, they have limited funds and they want us to pay for it. The Hazardous Waste Division.
Sounds all right.
Are they wanting us to clear
The easement.
our easement right away?
Yes.
On the ditch?
Yeah,
A whole 75 foot, huh?
that's the way she talked, but we're gonna have a meet and talk and walk out there and see how that goes. She went to spring break. I'm guessing the degree isn't dry yet.
Uh-oh, better watch out.
Yeah, I'm being recorded too.
She said something about using the neighbors to get back there. All I told her is I said, I'm not sure, but I think the only thing can be done is maybe the surveyor's office would send a letter to landowners, let them know they're getting on their property, but I mean,
If I was a
that
neighbor, I'd
doesn't
say
mean they're
no.
gonna open their mail either.
Yeah, it's a half-mile drive to get back to the ditch.
Yeah, the other way is.
What is it, clear through the neighbors?
Oh yeah, he's got a lane part of the way back there, and she says you can't even drive back there, but she wants to drill a well. If you're gonna drill a well, you're gonna have to be able to get to the well truck back there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wanna take the well truck across the neighbors for half a mile in this field it's gonna take a little bit of conversation to get this accomplished.
They're gonna have electricity back there then?
I have to do some,
Well,
any
now,
kind of a well.
I think what they do is they drill a monitoring well. So they'll have a
Yeah.
little building set up there.
Okay, I got,
No, probably not, probably just be a well.
Well, it could be just a well too, yeah. 'Cause-
I have two
Yeah,
or three
and
of
then
those.
they just come and test it. Kinda like they do the old brag dump. They still go out there and test that thing every once in a while.
So, conversation has been made
Couple
about it.
monitoring wells will be.
Anything else?
What's the status on Dark Creek?
Soon as the window gets back, we're gonna look at it.
Down at the Muck Creek?
Clark.
Are we getting close to hearing on that?
Me and Wendell haven't even talked about it much more than talking that he was gonna get back with me when he got back from vacation.
He's home. But
He hasn't called me, he
we
hasn't,
got CIE that's gonna have a finger in this deal, going down and drying up on the east end of those two big bends. And we need to get this thing started. Why don't you call Wendell? Raymond?
I was waiting on Wendell when Wendell wanted to do it. I'm not shy on things I'm chasing. I got ditches I'm looking at. I need to talk with you about who on Sims Franklin was you wanted to cut brush north of Needler on Sims Franklin. Was that Burr Oakers property?
Yes, it's Breaker's property.
Yeah,
Okay, I need a contact information for him if I could from you sometime. On who that, you're wanting that stretch of Sims Franklin cleared.
well, we need to get that thing, going this year. Because
I just need to,
that's, we gotta know how CIE's gonna, we'll get a hold of Phil Hartz and he'll have to call Chicago because they're probably gonna spend $100,000 on that project plus board and underneath 18. So we need to
when I talk,
get stable.
yeah, it's in the works. It just hasn't got to the top of the pile yet. I did talk to the street manager in Van Buren and they're on board with doing Rouge Run, which surprised me. But that was the next one for a public hearing was Rouge Run.
They're on board to do Ridge Run.
Okay.
That's surprising.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, he was eager. I was surprised, but
Again, they invest, we were about to invest big money back here. They're moving headquarters back there.
Yeah. That might be why then.
I'm good.
Motion to adjourn.
adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Uh-oh. I didn't give him a chance, I put it.
I'll look and see.
I'm sorry? You have cards? I do not.
Okay.
On that.
Somebody write your name.
I turn those over to
For me and put a name and phone number, so I just,
Yeah, I turn those, that's what they pay from. Should be four.
Sure.
I don't have the, phone number extension of name.
yeah, well, I'll give you that. So,
And then I got a copy of the map, I'll make a copy.
Yeah, you'll start charging us
Kenny's
for it.
copy.
I just,
Okay.
trouble
And
getting,
then,
I see this, I'll keep.
I went ahead and kept my.
I couldn't remember it.
So you guys pay sewage tax there.
The ones that we know are hooked up to it,
Is that okay?
you gotta get a sewer
I'll
bill,
find it.
but we don't know.
That's fine.
And it got hooked into the city sewer because originally it went to the river and it had too much sewage in it. So it got connected to the sanitary sewer, but we didn't want the stormwater. So that causes us problems too. I was just telling him, to put a maintenance fund on that Stobie ditch. Maybe the city can send the county a.
And we get the new tile from
Let's start paying sewage on it.
218 before we worry about top of 18.
No, that's just how city got that.
Yeah,
I'm getting ready to end it.
You know,
it is.
together.
Mhm.
We could just dig new lines down there.
He's not